Welcome. Happy Thursday, Will. So
Happy
glad to
New
have you
Year.
here, man.
Yes. Excited to
Sorry
be
if I'm
here.
in and out or my sound is off a little bit. I'm in a remote setup here
No,
in
it's
West
good.
Texas, so don't have
Showing
a
the power of
microphone.
FlutterFlow.
That's right.
You're building even while remote.
That's right. It's great.
And, and even more remote when it comes to some of the features coming out during FFDC.
That's right. FFDC, dude. Will give us like a rundown. I mean, the first inaugural or whatever we call it.
Yeah, first in person.
FFDC. We have the man that's planning it right here. Come on.
Yes, no, super excited. Tune in person or virtually, whatever's best for you. We're going to be coming together as a FlutterFlow community on September 12th. Check-in starting at 4 p.m. Event starting at 5, going for about 3 hours. Everything from keynotes to feature releases, networking opportunities, some key speakers in the industry from Flutter, right? PM from Flutter, and then we also have a GP from Gradient Ventures. So a ton of value, resources, and just a great opportunity to tune in and support FlutterFlow. So we'll have that in New York City again September 12th. You can find more information ffdc.flutterflow.app. The entire process built in collaboration. Andrew, took a massive part in building this beautiful ticketing process and the checkout flow and everything. And we're going to be transitioning that actually to a event app as
Yeah.
well. So a
Yeah.
great use case for all of you, right? Of like showcasing how you
Let's
could
show
go
us
ahead.
that.
Okay.
Let's showcase that. I think it's gonna be sick. If you want to
Nice.
share your screen, I can share mine if you
Yeah.
need.
No, I can
But yeah,
pop
let's showcase that. Let's show people what they are missing or what
Yeah.
they're gonna see.
So can you see this yet? Did you share
Yeah.
that screen?
Yep.
Cool.
People.
So, right, we got FFDC. This was built entirely in FlutterFlow. We took it pretty easy in terms of like what was added on this page, so it could account for all browser types, device types, things like that. But you could really get creative, right? We have the landing page here. We kind of have this like bento box style that's really popular, and it is responsive. Again, really exciting opportunities here. Some good keynote speakers, obviously Abel and Alex as the keynote speakers, and then we have just some other speakers later on at the event, which will be really exciting. Community awards, etc. We just sent out an email actually for not community awards, but
Yeah.
community stories. Which Andrew, do you want to touch on that at all? Just like what the community stories are and what we're asking people to basically share.
Totally. So if you have been impacted by FlutterFlow, if your startup, your agency, your freelancing career has been impacted by FlutterFlow, I know mine has. So I mean, I could go off here. I'll put ourselves back up. Sorry, people can't see us. Yeah, like if you've been impacted by FlutterFlow, we want to hear your story. Whether that was launching an app in weeks, months, or whatever, or being a non-technical user and being able to now take 80% of the load off your development team and developing a FlutterFlow, or if you're a team and it provided you the opportunity to collaborate and actually build something, in public together, right? So like the development process is pretty beyond GitHub, right? You can view stuff and you can see stuff, but it's not really visual. FlutterFlow allows you to have that visual comparison and stuff. So it's really cool. So if you have any of those stories, we'd love to hear them. Yeah,
For sure.
I mean, dude, I would love a two-hour slot of just what FlutterFlow is and what it's going to be and how it changes the game in product development cycle. And I say that as somebody who's been designing and running an agency for 10 years, not just as an employee of FlutterFlow. So it's super cool.
Very
Have
exciting.
a lot of those stories. Live building session too, I think. That's
might
what
be
I hear.
doing a little live building here and there, right?
See something cool, So let us know what you guys want to see. Maybe rebuild threads or something. I think it's already been done in FlutterFlow, so no need. We don't want to copy the cat.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
yeah,
thank you so much, Will. And guys, thank you for joining. We're so glad to have you here. Today, I wanted to, and I hope I'm not in and out, so hopefully my audio is not crazy. I don't have the mic right next to my face. So today I just wanted to walk through a few UI structures that I probably showcased on Twitter. We're going to be building on to our quiz app that we built in live stream like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We're going to basically add an education portal to it. So I'm going to go ahead and share that screen over here. I'm going to move you guys. I'm going to lose all the comments and stuff, or you're going to be on my right. So if I'm going like this, I'm just looking at comments. But yeah, now we can build. So we want to do a few things here. If I can see, yeah, cool. And is it sort of live? I want to make sure that it's like still filling the screen.
It is.
Best as possible. Cool.
Awesome. But I'll hide us when you click down below or anything too.
Yeah. So we have this like quiz app. It's responsive. If we go in here, right, you can see this. It's all responsive. This grid actually changes in run mode. I wonder if I have a new run mode. I could probably show you guys, because it doesn't look like that in preview, but it does look like that in run mode. So, of course, I have to log in. Okay. Well, I'll do that later, I guess. But yeah, this is responsive. We have a list view that shows up here on mobile. And again, I'll try to zoom up. And what we want to do is we want to build out this sort of education module or portion, right? I'm going to say modules. So I built out some collections. I have this modules portion, right? And this module is going to be like, let's say it's a class. Okay, let's call this a class, right? Or a module is essentially a class. Let's say it's FlutterFlow 101, okay? And then in FlutterFlow 101, you have different lessons. You have UI basics, you have UX basics, you have layout or builder basics, right? You have all these things which are lessons. So they all pertain to the module. You can assign them to, you can assign a module to a user, and then that user can sort of see everything. And we're going to follow the same structure. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, let's see, responsive. Yeah, dash. I think this is it. Okay. I'm gonna try to show you what the structure I'm gonna build. So the structure I'm gonna build is something like this, but a little different. So this is a UI pattern I showcased on Twitter. I think it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. It's very common in web apps, right? To have something come up here on the right for a details view, like think about messages, or in this case, think about education platform, and then be able to sort of cycle through these and see the details of that. So whereas on mobile, this may be a whole different page. On desktop, it's just right here. Beautiful thing about this, one backend call for everything. Right? So like this is not costing you a read. None of this is costing you a read, because we're just passing this reference over here. So I'm going to show that.
Nice. That looks awesome too. I love how it's animated in, and it it scales in. That looks beautiful.
Dude, I love it. I was so happy. You know, it's sort of, I took that same construct of the expandable menu that we went over, I think 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, and just added it to the sidebar. And I was like, oh yeah, you can do that. So, all right, so let's go ahead. First thing first. And I also had somebody message me last night on sort of how do you use these templates for yourself, right? Like this is a public template. This one's not on the marketplace yet because it's not complete. But there's other ones like the CRM template that's on the marketplace. And we have these nav constructs, like how do you add nav items? So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm just going to duplicate this one. Okay. And the way we get the selected state for a nav item is we have the parameter selected nav. Some of this is going to be pretty routine for people that have joined live streams in the past. I'm just going to try to go over it as best I can for any new people. So we're basically attributing styles to an element based off this selected nav parameter. And then all you have to do is set that parameter on every page that the nav bar is. So as you can see, this background color has an if then else statement, and it says selected nav equals 3. So let's just go ahead and up that integer to 4. I think this is from before, so really we could just, you know what? No, we'll do 4. We'll do 4. I was going to say we could just do 3 because that makes sense, but we'll do 4. Okay, cool. And all we're going to do is up that integer 4 everywhere. We already are attributing the styles, so we don't have to adjust the styles, right? Cool. And if I was building in beta, you guys could see a sort of a small nuanced, okay, I'm going to build in beta. I'm going to build in beta. You're cool with that? Will? You're cool. All right. Yeah, it's
no problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna build in beta. What the heck? We're gonna continue in this. You guys won't be able to get this right after the live stream, but it's okay. Because what I want to show you is this small little update, which is huge in my opinion. I have this selected second value. Now we don't have that drop down as before, right? For specific value or variable, you just have it right here. So as I was scrolling down before to get to this, I no longer have to do that. Anyways, small thing that will save you a lot of time. Okay, cool. Then we're going to say modules. We're going to change this icon. We can just change whatever icon we want. Let's see, school maybe. Yeah, we'll just do this filled one. Cool. And then we need a page for this to go to. So I'm going to press Command K, add a page. And I'm going to search responsive. I'm going to see if there's anything I want to use here. You know, we can do this project overview. Yeah. And then we'll just say modules. Did I lose y'all?
Can you hear me? No, we're good.
Yeah.
We can still see everything. We can see the screen.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Sorry, I was just looking at some of the comments. Marcelo, we'll talk about some of the backend stuff. We don't do a whole lot of that here, only because we're UX designers. But we'll touch on the basics. We'll touch on the basics today. All right. I mean, this is a decent page. I guess we don't even need it. We can just Command Z it back maybe. Oh, we can't undo that one. All right, we'll delete this page. We'll go back to, we'll just duplicate one of these. Let's duplicate this little guy. We'll say main modules. Okay. And then as I was saying, we're going to select this. And over here in the right side panel, we have that select and nav integer. So if we just press 4, when we are on this page, number 4 will be selected. So, and then we can just adjust this. We'll say modules, and maybe this, instead of invite users, is create module. It's pretty good. Cool. And then let's go ahead and change that backend. Oh, this is a sticky header. Okay. I think that'll work. Yeah. All right. We'll build this stuff up from scratch because, yeah, I don't think we actually need this sticky header. We're going to do a side-by-side. So I'm going to make this unscrollable. Cool. All right. So we have this side. We have a row, right? Because in our web, at the very base of our page, we have a sidebar and we have a main content area. So we have a row so we can stack stuff horizontally. And then in that row, we have that side nav and this container. Okay, this is the container that's actually going to shrink and grow. I'm going to call this max width. All right. And then we're going to add another container, which is going to be for our lesson details. And we could do this in 2 places. We could do this where this whole thing, where this button moves, or where this content comes underneath. I don't know. We'll do it here. I'm going to make this purple for now, just so you guys can see it. And we'll say 560, right? Cool. Actually, no, you know what we're gonna do? Sorry guys, this is very ad lib. I'm gonna make this very similar to like a messages UI, rather than what I showed you. So we're gonna have a list of elements over here, and we're gonna have content over here. So we're probably just gonna update that content instead of animating it in. But I think overall, same concept. Also, you're gonna be able to see the lessons and the details of that lesson. So let's go ahead and add another row within this column here. So this is the top row. Yeah, we're gonna just add, I'm gonna do Command F and add a row here. This will be our main content area. We're gonna do the container. We're gonna do that container maybe like 330. Cool. And we will make it, well, we'll expand this row. Perfect. And let's go ahead and add a box shadow. So people were really giving me a hard time about this box shadow hack. And, you know, I was like, it's cool. It's going to work. Just this box shadow that gives us a line divider right over here. So I'm a big fan of it. I think it works in a majority of use cases. Let's go ahead. We have this container, and then we have this content area. Let's go ahead and name this lesson list. Let's duplicate this if we can. Okay, cool. We can get rid of that, and we will just expand this. We'll make it our primary background because this is where our lessons are going to exist, right? We're going to add a list here. And again, I don't think we have any pre-built cards, so I'm just going to, usually I'll just utilize our template components. And for this one, I think we will just build it all from scratch, if that's cool. I'm changing this shadow again to alternate, so I have a line divider on the bottom. And I'll zoom up so it's a little easier for you guys to see. We'll do, yeah, we'll do a row. We'll do a row and an image. And that image, I'm going to do 60 by 60. This will be our cover image for our lesson. Oh, for our module, actually. These are modules. Interesting. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, guys. I'm just thinking about this. We really have a modules page, which would be that grid view, and then lessons. But for now, we'll just say we have one module. We'll just call this.
Nice.
Yeah, that's easy. Just do that.
For the sake of the live stream.
Yeah, for the heck of it. We'll just say my module. Name. Cool. Do that. Let's go ahead and add a column so we can stack text vertically. There you go. And we want a little bit of spacing here. We want that text in the middle. So let's go ahead and space center. And then we'll just add 12 pixels padding to the left. We'll make this guy a little larger. And for that column, we'll cross-axis alignment to the left or start. And let's go ahead and body or label medium, 4 pixels padding on the top. We'll just call this description and lesson name. Cool. All right. So we have all this. Let's go ahead. We have a status for our lessons. So as you can see over here, you have name, description, created time, cover image. We have the actual video. So let's just say those are like the actual education pieces is the video. We have admins. These are people that can edit this stuff on your team. We have users completed. Okay, so this is just for the lesson. This is just a list of users. Then we have an index. We'll sort by that index for this. For the module, we're going to add users to the module, right? And then they'll be in this user list. And then once they've completed all of the lessons, then they'll be added to the user complete. Okay, and functionality replay. And super helpful. So, all right.
Andrew, it looks like we're losing you a little bit, so I'm gonna maximize the desktop. That way people can see what you're building. That way they
Perfect.
don't have to worry about the audio or
Yep.
the video.
Yep. Here, let me.
I think if you do that though, the audio is off as well.
So true, man. That's so true.
Yeah, brutal. They don't
All right.
allow you to disable your video without audio.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. Well,
There we go.
we
It's all
will.
good. Nice.
All right. I bet you my wife came home and got on the Wi-Fi, started streaming TikToks or something. I'm kidding. All right. So we have this cover image, lesson name, description. Let's go ahead and have a selected state. So just like you would in your emails or your messages, right? This is the same construct. You have small list view, details view, and then a selected state. So let's go ahead and add a container over here to the left of this image as well. And we'll do 60 height, 4 width, 4 border radius, and 12 pixels on the right. We're going to set this. We're going to set that by, what is it? Yeah, we're going to set it by variable, just like we did for the nav items. We'll set that by variable. That might be a little weird. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this down to 4 pixels. Yeah, it's going to be a little better. And we'll do this one at 8 pixels. All right. Yeah, let's just do that for UI, for the sake of UI. Cool. You know what I should do, Will? I should have you create some lessons in the Firestore database.
I think I can do that.
We can actually do this live, but I need to add you to this project.
Okay.
Let's see. And then I need to add you to
The heck? Doxing my email here. Everyone can email me at flutterflow.io now.
Don't worry. Nobody saw it.
I'm kidding.
All right, and give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go to Firebase.
Nice. I'll disable your screen too. That way.
Yeah. Or I'm gonna. Yeah, you can just show us. This is cool. It's cool. You can answer questions if anybody's in the chat.
Actually, there's one thing I want to highlight that is pretty fitting of the live stream right now, given we're creating an education platform. And I want to shout out a major community player right now who has really taken a massive effort and task at hand to teach people FlutterFlow. And that's Paul. If you're not familiar with Paul, he does a ton of FlutterFlow content, does live streams. And he actually recently created an initiative in collaboration with another organization to train and empower over 5,000 developers or students in Africa to learn FlutterFlow, which is absolutely amazing, right? If you go on Twitter and just search FlutterFlow, you will see hundreds, if not thousands, of tweets of people, showcasing that how excited they are that they got accepted into this education kind of scholarship program. And so definitely want to shout him out and say, this is an amazing opportunity. This is just going to show how far FlutterFlow has empowered individuals across the globe, as well as like all of you watching, right? We encourage you to do the same, to teach others FlutterFlow, to empower others. We do have that education license that depending on your university, if you qualify, you can get a free FlutterFlow license for a year as well. So this all kind of comes together as we're creating the education app today, right? I thought I'd shout out Paul for that amazing initiative he's doing, the 5,000 students. And if you're a student looking to learn FlutterFlow or know anyone, make sure to check out that education license too. So that's my little monologue, my advertisement halfway through the stream. I'll turn it back over to Andrew here. I know he's building, and I'll jump into Firebase.
Dude, for sure. For sure. Sick. No, that's amazing. And we also, dude, we have so many great educators of the FlutterFlow platform throughout the world, both in Africa, South America. I know Paulo's doing a great job in South America. We have numerous in Africa, and Steve, the digital pro in the UK, I think he's from the UK or in Europe. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, this is just all sort of in line with all of that stuff. Cool. We have Will is now live in the project. He's going to come and help. I think I have real-time collab. You can come to this page and show off your little cursor guy. But yeah, this is going to be super fun. Let's see. Possible using PWA functionality like push notification with an FF app. Yeah, I mean, you can use push notifications. I don't know if we've ever tried with PWA stuff. Now you can receive push notifications via a PWA. I don't know about the total functionality of that, but I'm sure there's possibilities that are there. Yes. All right.
And it might expand as we're working on a one signal integration as well. So that might expand over the course of the rest of the year, not within the next month or so, but over the course of 2023, we might explore something like that.
Sick. Yeah, that's great. All right, cool. So we have the basis for our lessons here and our lesson details. Well, we don't have our lesson details yet, so let's go ahead and build that out. And then what we'll do is we'll create this little guy as a component, and then on mobile, we'll just throw it in a page so that when you go down, right, on this page, you'll have the module lists. You'll just have the list of lessons. And you can click into those lessons on mobile and get a new page rather than this side-by-side view because there's not enough room for that. So very cool. Let's see, we'll do video. Yeah. Cool, cool. I'm going to wrap this player. Oh, I'm just going to Command B it, wrap it in a container. And we're going to do that and call it 300, 400. Yeah. Try to make that the same at, we'll remove the width for now. Sorry, I do not do the video player much. We have some, I wanted to clip the content here. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see if this works. Wanted to add padding here. And maybe some alternate. Let's see if that works. All right, we'll call that good for now. And then on this column, we can go ahead and add some, we'll do the lesson title and description here. We're going to cross-axis alignment to the left, and then we'll just add some padding, 16 pixels here. We'll add 8 pixels here. Call this like our, description. We'll do this one as our title. Make it a little larger, right? And we'll say lesson title and description. And cool. And then we'll also maybe have a list of, let's see, description. I think we have like a category as well. So we could do category here. Maybe we wrap this, maybe the category is within a pill. So let's go ahead and wrap that in a pill. 40, move the height. Yes, yes. Okay. We remove the height or the width of this container. And as you saw, it just like expands completely. We do not want that. We want the container to sort of increase or decrease with the size of the text. And so in order for that to happen, we need a little bit of structure around this container. So we're just going to wrap it in a row. Boom. And then that row, we can set the padding we need to make this actual, there. You can select that container and apply some styling to it here. Cool. Category name. Maybe we can, yeah, we'll just add that. Cool, so we have this. Let's go ahead and add a button for completing the module as well. We won't have anything, yeah, we basically won't do this automatically. We'll let you watch the video and then complete the module and move to the next one. So let's go ahead and do that. We will do a button here. And maybe we'll wrap this. Yeah, we'll wrap it in a row. We'll apply that same padding there. Get that right aligned. We'll just call this complete lesson. Awesome. I think we have some theme styles here. Yes, we do. So we'll make it, I don't know. Interesting. We had some, I'll talk to the devs about this. It looks like our
funky
button
styles.
size. Yeah, so I have padding set on the, and I had this, I think this is 32. Our heights got removed for some reason.
We do have 3 lessons in Firebase now, by the way.
Sick, dude. Come on.
We're ready to go. We're planning ahead.
Yeah. Awesome. So on this page, we need a backend call and then basically like passing a parameter. So we're going to do a couple things. We're going to utilize page states as well. So first, let's do the backend call. Let's do it here. On this list, we'll do add backend query, query collection. We'll do lessons. We want a list of documents. We will just order by the index. We'll do it increasing. Yeah, we'll just do it. We'll do it increasing. Why not? Cool. So we have that backend query. I think that somebody had left that I asked about backend queries. In my opinion, super easy to do in FlutterFlow. Again, that's my opinion though. So we will just hook this stuff up. We'll say lesson document. We want cover image here. We want the name here. We want the description here. And then let's go ahead and add a few parameters around this. So let's do auto size, minimum text size 12, max character maybe like 120. I bet you this is pretty large, so I'm going to do 60. And then we can just do ellipses for that. And then let's go ahead and do, let's do that. We have everything set up. Let's set up our page states. Come over here to the right. We're just going to do state management. And we're going to do 2 things. Well, yeah, we'll do 2 things. Actually, we just need to do 1. We just need to do 1 here because we're going to leave this, instead of animating this in and out, we're going to leave it. Sound good? I mean, we could animate it in and out, but for now, we'll just leave it. And we will do a lesson ref. So let's do lesson ref. I'm going to pass a document here. Lessons, yes. State field, perfect. All right, that's all. That's it. That's how we're going to get, when we select here, we're going to see this here. And we need to do a couple things. On this column, let's go ahead and wrap this column in another column. I don't know why this is necessary, but as I was building this out for that other application, if I didn't do this, it would crash the page. Because what we're going to do is we're going to show hide this. okay, based on a single condition, page state, lesson ref is set. Cool. If it's not set, we're not going to show a lesson. And if it is set, then we'll show a lesson here. And then we can, we have that page state, and we're going to set this detail information from that page state. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll do lesson ref, get document, video, perfect. We'll do our lesson title here, page state, lesson ref, property document, name, and then we'll do a default value just in case. Same thing with description, page state, description. Really cool lesson, man. Awesome, we have that there. And let's go ahead and do our category here. Property document. Oh, we don't have a category? Well, we'll just add a category. That's easy. Let's just go do that. Let's go. I think we had a category for, oh, I was just dreaming up that we had a category. Category, string, boom, perfect. Let's go ahead and check our cloud functions. All sorts of good stuff. We're almost there. We're almost there, guys. We're gonna do some cool, yeah, we're gonna do some cool stuff here. Let's go ahead and do this category, hookup, lesson ref, category, perfect, UI. All right, now how do we get our lessons to show up? When we click or tap this container, we want to update the page state. Update page state. And we want to set the field, right, with this lesson. I'm just going to pass that document. Boom. Perfect. This is great. All right, so when we're going to have these 3 lessons, we're going to be able to cycle through them here and see them over here. I think that's really cool. So we're gonna do that, but we want to add some additional styling. I already started a test mode, so we have something up and running. We have about 16 minutes left on it.
Can you do me a favor and switch the video player with a YouTube player? Because I added YouTube links instead of video links.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
Nice.
Here, let's go ahead and update that YouTube. That makes more sense, probably. We'll just replace. Cool. And we'll do the page state, lesson ref, get document, video. Perfect.
Cool. There's some good comments that I think will excite you, Andrew, like a request for gradients from variable, among other things.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
There's some good suggestions here, for sure.
Animations.
All requests, go to the community forum.
Yes.
Put them in there. Right. We'll be voting on them, so please put them in there. Yeah.
Please do. This is going to be great. All right, so we're going to, the last thing we want to do here is we want to show which one is active, right? We want to, like, I hate it when you have a list of things, you see some details, you don't know what's selected. Like, you, as far as UX goes, please always show like something that's selected. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to adjust the styling here. And we're going to do 2 things. We're going to implicit animate this, right? So it's going to not just flash, but it's going to sort of fade in when we change the style. And we're going to change this fill color off of a conditional value. So let's do that conditional value. We're going to do single condition. First condition is this lesson document is equal to page state, right? We have this page state document. If these things are equal, then we're going to change the style of this. This is going to be cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. If it's the same, we're going to do a primary background instead of secondary background. All right. We're going to copy that so we don't have to redo it. And we're going to do it on this guy too. And we're going to say paste. And if reference equals reference, primary. And if not, then we'll just do secondary, which will be white. And let's go ahead and animate that in as well. 200. I hope I'm not going too incredibly fast. I think we have everything working, more or less. Let's see.
Yeah,
Width, mute video. All right. We're going to see the... Okay, we have this. I'm going to instant reload this because it needs to update our latest changes. I'm going to save.
Are you going to sign in for the Andrew Daniels account? Because I added the module owner as you, and I assigned all the lessons to the module as well. So it should be fully set up. Fingers crossed. Are we going to have a first-time working project? The developer's dream right here.
Oh, dude! Last week we did. Like I was sort of mind blown. I was like, oh, it worked. Yeah, everything we just did worked. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So yeah, it's super fun. All right, let's see. Oh, I actually sign in with Google. Oh no, I can't with. Shoot, dude. All right, then I'm gonna have to do this. I have to create an account because of test mode. I needed to do test mode, man. It worked in run mode. Maybe we should go over that. Maybe we should go. Yeah, I didn't filter it by anything, so
okay, so it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. Cool. Well, you guys are going to be able to see how you can create new profiles, add avatars. Hopefully, this works. The storage. We've had some problems with storage. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Really awesome. All right, so save the changes. Cool. Remy over here. We have my team. We have quizzes. We have modules. Nice. Okay, so we can adjust this design, but first we'll just showcase some two.
Oh, what's it say?
Let's see. A platform implementation for web view filter has not been set. Please ensure web view platform instance before implementation. Error was container. Interesting.
Wow, I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, me neither. Well, this is great. We get to just run into issues. You know what? We don't have to.
Web view platform instance not equal to null.
Yeah.
Web view flutter has not been set.
That's weird.
Do you have web view enabled? Do you have web platform enabled?
Yeah. I mean, it's deployed. It is deployed. Enables deep linking. Yes, we got that.
Oh, okay.
We can even do Mac. It's probably just, I don't know. I'm guessing it has something to do with this. It said container. I feel like it has something to do with this video. So
could be.
Let's do that. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just replace this with the image because, you know, I mean, all in all, it was a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll work through. But for now, we'll just do this.
Nice.
We'll do this page lesson ref, get property document. I see you in there.
See you in. Take a peek. Seeing the magic happen here.
Yeah. You know what? We also need this lesson to be like wider. We need like 370 maybe. Cool. And then this title, you made them really large. So let's see. We'll do this one down at like 40. Okay, it's cool. We'll auto size this as well. All right, and we'll do maximum character 32. That'll be good. All right, so let's go back and check this out. Because really what I want to showcase, I did want to showcase a video. I think the video is causing the issue. We can try to figure it out.
Maybe I messed it up with the links in the back or something. Could be.
I don't know, really. It could be. I wonder if we uploaded videos, which would be tough to do right now. without creating a. I did create. All right, this looks great. Come on. Yeah, this is.
There we go. Look at that.
It's pretty good.
Wow.
Pretty good. And this is what I
FlutterFlow
wanted to show
University.
you.
We built it right here. We
Yeah,
just built
like
FlutterFlow University.
Exactly.
Easy.
Look at that. Come on. You know what? Let's do some other things. Let's yeah, we have time, and we have like 15 minutes. We have all the time in the world. So let's build some more dynamic things. Okay. We have a user list of completed. Okay. So maybe we show completed the users that have completed a lesson. Okay.
Oh, actually, under the modules, could we do here? These are modules, right? Or are these lessons?
These are lessons.
So my module name, are you querying the module or no?
We're not querying a module, no.
Oh, so it's just all the lessons here?
Yeah, because I mean, we could. Do you want to set up a module page and then this be the details page?
I was thinking you could do lesson people who have joined the lessons. We could show some like profile pictures below description.
Homie, yes. Let's do this though. Let's do it on the module level. So let's go ahead and wrap this hello, this title, right? Let's wrap it in a column. Okay, let's set that over here. And then let's add a row in here. Oh, this is going to be really fun. Really, I think this is going to be snazzy.
Do you want me to query the module at the top level, at the scaffold?
Yeah, you know what? Why not? I'll create a page. Or if you wanted to create a page where we could see all the modules and we could click in from the module to this page.
I was just going to query, so we can get the module name at the top. I was just going to query.
Do it.
Right?
Do it.
And there's only one, so I'll just query the collection for a single document.
I love it. I love it.
Simple here.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just do avatars here.
Yeah, no problem.
And this is really great that you're doing this live with me. Sort of showcase the power of
FlutterFlow.
Yeah. How to do that? We're just gonna do an image here. Give it some padding. Boop boop. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's so cool. All right. We're gonna set this.
That looks so good. How'd you build
that?
Yeah,
it's gonna be solid.
Nice.
User list. Yes, and yes. Perfect. On that user list, again, one of my favorite. Oh man, this spacing stuff within rows, columns, and list views. My favorite thing, dude. You don't have to like. You just don't have to do padding on.
Dude, I am with you. The padding with stuff, and it allows one of the FlutterFlow tips. Remember when we did like the row wrapped in a row? We don't have to do that anymore. It's like
exactly.
Front end padding, and you're good.
Yep. Cool. So I'll explain what I'm doing with these user avatars. So we have a list of users in our backend, right? So here on our modules, we have this user list, right? We're querying users, or we're adding users from our master collection of users, and we're adding them to this list, okay? So in order to show them here, right, we are doing a generating children from variable, and we just named it, and then we're showing that from the modules document, okay? But if you do that, if you just do that, you won't actually get the avatar, or you won't get any information. You won't be able to query the actual user document. You're just going to see how many avatars are in here, essentially. So what we need to do is I selected this container, and I did a document from reference, and then I'm doing the user collection and that user list. What that allows me to do is now I can set this path from the user document, photo URL. And we could get all of the information. If we wanted their name or their title, we could also put that in here. And then what Will's doing is, I'm guessing he's going to say how many users are in this list and have been assigned to this module, which is going to be cool.
Boom.
And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just copy that.
Nice.
I'm going to paste that little fella down here.
Wow. Look at this collaborative building here.
Oh yeah, and the speed. It hasn't been.
Yes.
We're in beta, so we're on Canvas Kit, which is sick. Yeah, dude, I freaking love it. This is actually really amazing. I'm impressed. All right. So we have this page state document. I've had some problems with this. I was trying to do this. Yeah. Okay.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just what I'm doing right now, which is associating a dynamic list of this.
Oh, are you doing users completed or users in the module? Oh, users completed.
Yeah, I'm doing users completed as well now. Okay. So.
Oh, but the top one is users. Oh, user list. Okay,
the top one will be the users in the module, and then each lesson will basically have the users that have completed.
Nice.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. We're just gonna remove that. We're gonna say users. But what I was trying to do before, and I'll showcase that at the end of this. I was having some problem. I was running into some problems, essentially. So, okay, I think we can do that. Yeah, that's cool. All right, and then again, what we need to do is we need to. Oh yeah, this is the problem. Actually, this is the problem I was facing. So we want to complete this lesson, right? And then we want to be added to this list. So what the problem I was facing was seeing that dynamically update. So yeah, I'm gonna do reference, right? We're gonna add users completed. We're gonna add to set, and this is gonna be the authenticated user reference, right? So we'll do that. We have one bug. Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
He's doing
something really tricky here. Really tricky. All right.
Doing something. We're gonna have to get a new test mode, I think. Look, I'm gonna end this session. I'm gonna start a new test mode.
Okay.
I'm gonna start it. Oh my gosh, look at that menu. Oh, you can't really see it. Oh well. Well, I'll just say the new run test publish menu is pretty cool. So
users.
Fix errors. Oh my gosh, we can't even.
Oh no, it's me. It's me. Hold on. Wait.
Well,
wait a minute.
We're gonna sit back. I'm gonna answer some questions. Will, thank you so much for collaboratively building with me on this fun little project.
Of course.
Paulo, I don't even know enough Portuguese to say welcome. Bienvenidos. I know Spanish. That's an insult to like people that speak Portuguese, but bienvenidos, amigo. Muchas gracias para how do you say join? Dang it. I don't know how. And it's Spanish, not Portuguese. I apologize. I've heard they're similar, but Paulo, thanks for joining, man. AE design.
Really
yeah, you do it. You do it. Will this be on the marketplace? We will add this to the marketplace at some point in time. One of the problems is we're continually building on it, so it's not really complete. And if you guys want an incomplete one, no prob. But yeah, this one's not really complete.
Okay, try running it.
Okay. Try to do this test mode thing.
Give it a try.
All right, cool. All right, it's up and running in the second window. We'll wait around.
So I'm gonna try this sneaky. So what I was trying to do here, with the bottom section, that's why I wanted to test it with the second users and module. I added a stack, query the stack, so that way it creates children. Then I have a row which contains a container and then the image, and I'm I'm setting the width of the container, multiplying it by the index. So if it's 0, it'll be 0 times 20. So the first image will be here. And then the next one will be 20 times 1. So it'll be staggered. So the images will have that like staggered look. But I want to see if it's going to end up where the children are on top of one another or if they're behind one another. That will be the decider. We'll see. But
Bimvindo. Yes. All right, dude. This is going to be interesting. This will be fun. Because that's something that everybody wants, right? Like everybody wants that, and I don't know how to do it. So
Me either.
hey,
This was like
that works.
off the cuff. Let's see if it works here. So
That's what live streams are for, man. Try new things. Be adventurous.
True.
Let people see you fail, you know? There needs to be more failing in public. You know, it's
Fair.
like we
Also
build in
true.
public all the time. People don't see us fail. So all right, so we have some good all right, love the content. Thank you so much. Guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for the energy you guys give us in the comments as well. Best way to randomize records returned from Firebase. Will, what would you say?
Randomized order. Wait, what was the question again?
Yeah, randomized order of records returned from Firebase.
That is tricky, my friend. Tricky.
Yeah.
There's not really a out of the box solution for that. That's just a like inherent developer problem.
Yeah.
There's two solutions. You could query all the documents, like 500 or 200, send them into a custom function to randomize them and spit them back out. Or I've also done it where I sort by, okay, my trial, it failed. We failed here. No.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean,
the other option is you can create a cloud function and then have order by in the document and have the cloud function on a cron job. This is like crazy technical, not really, but kind of. Maybe like every hour or once a day, go through and change all the numbers and all the documents. I've done that as well. So both options.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Awesome. No, this is great, man. Do you want to add? Oh, you know what? I'll here. I'm gonna instant reload. I saved it. I added or I removed some of the space up top. Also, if you have multiple lessons, how do you make it display dynamically and not the static 4? This is such an easy question, an easy answer for it. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Kevin just basically blasted us and said, I always join to see you fail. Loving the fails. This is good, though. I agree. I think it's I hope you guys enjoy the fails because
we like Kevin. Kevin's always here supporting the live stream.
Dude, he's always supporting. Yeah. I mean,
he is.
I joke about the blasting. Okay, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add myself to or complete a lesson essentially. I'm gonna show you the qualms I'm having. But yeah, so to answer that question, how do you dynamically show the 3 or the 4? This is extremely easy. It's same concept as this, right? Where we can just showcase users. We have a backend call, right? We're making a backend call. So we're making a backend call here. We'll just add filters. So if we had a modules page, right, where we had all the different modules, and we just wanted to see the modules associated or the lessons associated with that module, what we would do here is we would filter this list by this module. And when you clicked into this module from the page we don't have, you would just see these 3. And if you clicked into another one, you would see the ones associated with that. So it has to do with filtering, but it is a great question. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead. We'll complete this lesson. Done. I've completed it. Oh, hey, it worked. Sort of worked. When we come back to it, I'm here. I've completed the lesson, as you can see.
Right.
So that's sort of what I wanted. I mean, it doesn't like dynamically do it. So like when I complete this lesson, like it doesn't automatically add me, but
we'd have to update
yeah, we have to like maybe update the page state. I don't know. We'll see.
Rebuild the page or something.
Yeah. I was trying it over here. This is a problem I was having. I was trying to assign users, to this list and then have it dynamically show. And it just didn't. I've tried a dozen different ways and it doesn't do it well. So, but yeah, that's last week's stuff. This is this week's stuff. I would say this is fairly successful. The one thing we haven't done is made it responsive. I mean, some of the things are out of the box responsive, but one like this isn't, this isn't responsive. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I say real quick. You guys think we can do it in 5 minutes? We're already at 10 Central. But I have faith in us. I do. So let's go ahead and what we'll do here. Okay, we'll do this on the column. No, we'll do this here. All right, I'm gonna save this real quick. Saving before making it responsive. We have a working version. I don't want to. I'm just gonna make this a component. Component. I'm just gonna copy and paste. Sorry, guys. I want this to be. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hide this on mobile. We're also going to hide. Yeah, we're gonna hide that. We'll hide this guy on mobile. Okay, it's hidden. Let's see how we look now. Cool, cool. Let's go ahead and adjust this width. We can just do responsive values. So small breakpoint. I'm gonna say screen width 100%. So that'll just be 100. Here we'll do 300 or 330. No, we're gonna do screen width as well. All right. Here we'll do 330, and then the desktop we'll do 370 and 370. All right. All right. We'll make this 8 pixels, and make that 8 pixels. It's not bad. Okay. Cool. And then what we want is a new page, add page, and we'll say lesson details. This may go in hand with what was said earlier, or like how do you make a dynamic? How do you see the dynamic thing? So we're going to do that. We're going to pass a parameter here. We're going to say lesson ref, make it a document, do a lesson. We'll make it required. We'll paste. Oh, let's go back to that page. I'm just going to copy and paste that stuff in, and then I'm going to. You're on this page, okay? I'm going to copy.
Andrew, I got to read this comment because I think it's hilarious. Brian has the comment of the stream so far. This is having laughing. He said, "Glad to see your build times are as long as ours. Egalitarian server resources." This is true. It's true. That's a great comment. No, we're always working on speeding up test and run mode. We will be. We've like made so many improvements. People still hate out here, I will say. But,
I know, right?
But we're working on more. I swear, we're working on more.
Yeah,
always working on more.
Yep.
One day we'll have instant server.
Yeah, they've talked about this. Maybe allowing people to run stuff on their local device and stuff. Like there's ways, because really it's. Sorry, all I'm doing here, guys, is just I copy and pasted this lesson detail stuff from the original page where we were grabbing it from a page state, and now we're grabbing it from a reference. So I'm just changing this, just so you guys know. But yeah, we're always looking to improve this, and we rely on Google Cloud. Like test mode is like our number one cost. Like from a platform's perspective. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but yeah, it's like one of our number one costs. So like if we can figure out a better way, a more efficient way to sort of help with that, then it's gonna be better for everybody. So category, cool, page parameter, lesson, category, yes, awesome. All right, cool. And then users, we're gonna set this from the page parameter. Users completed, cool. And then everything should work there. And this, we'll need to update this reference. Document, boom, users completed. One more, Boolean. Oh yeah, we need to remove that Boolean. We're always gonna show this. And I'm gonna adjust this page to secondary, just for my own aesthetic reasons. Let's say 0. Adjust this little guy there. And we don't need that page title. All right. So on mobile, we're going to navigate to this page. And on desktop, we're going to see it on the right. So let's go ahead and bring this guy up to pages. And on the module here, we're going to set this action, right? We have this action here. We're actually going to add a conditional. And we're going to say screen width. Fraction of screen width is 100. I'm going to say greater than or equal to 991, which is, it should be our tablet breakpoint. We have this. We copied it. We're going to paste it. So it's, if it's greater than, so true, we'll do that. And if it's less than, we'll navigate to this lesson details, pass our parameter, lesson ref. Cool, perfect, rock on, sick. All right, we're gonna see if any of this worked. We did a lot, and I'll probably have to rebuild a couple times, but go ahead and see what our design says. 991. Okay, cool. That's, we did have that. All right, we'll just check it. Oh, looky there. The responsiveness, it worked. We have this, it's full width. We don't have the click yet because again, we need to update it again to get those latest. Random, can you count the number of documents in the collection, generate a random number between 1 and in the returned document? Oh, Kevin. Yeah, that's about that. I think Kevin has a good idea. Dimitar, thanks for joining. Dimitar also,
Dimitar kills it. He's been putting out courses and videos.
Yeah.
One of our
courses,
moderators on the community. He's a beast.
This worked, right? So like, all right, on mobile, now we get this native like page flow, right? We see a list of lessons, and we go into the lesson, we complete the lesson. And then on desktop, right, we get this view. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think this is, for an hour of building, I think we were able to do something pretty cool. So I hope this helps. Again, it's like a UI structure, but also some basics of, yeah, just basics of building backend stuff as well. We already have dark mode here, users in the module. We were able to show stuff dynamically here. On mobile, we're able to essentially click in and get that. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. We'll adjust that nav bar. We don't want our modules to come before our profile. And we also want to update the icon to school. There, and school here. Sick. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope this was helpful, beneficial, and educational. Will, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, dude. So good to have you here.
Well, glad to be back.
Missed you the last few weeks.
Yeah. We had a big attendance today. I think we hit 50 people, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, and we had a pretty good, I mean, we had good comments. I think it always helps when we like promote it via a tweet or something before. But yeah, yes. I think this is good. I'll move you guys back over here. So cool. Then we have, yeah, I'm super thrilled. Anytime you can get something like fully functioning in an hour,
pretty good.
and the thing you wanted, yeah, the thing you wanted to get functioning in an hour, like not bad.
No, not bad at all.
And
guys, yeah, great questions. Any FlutterFlow features, again, head over to the FlutterFlow community, put them on the wish list, or please voice those. Obviously, we're here to listen and to go through those and see which makes sense.
yep.
And then quick reminder again, FlutterFlow Developer Conference, if you can make it in person, we really encourage you to do so. It's going to be a phenomenal event, merch, special edition merch, great networking opportunities and phenomenal speakers. If you can join us virtually too, that's fantastic as well. The more the merrier either way.
Ooh, one last thing before we, this was asked last week as well. So, and then I implemented it in so I have this other app. Sorry, this is sort of what we worked on last week, but I've added to it, and I have this sort of drop down here, right? And then I have this assign modal here, which is essentially a cascading drop down. I mean, I'll get out of there because there's people, but yeah, I mean, like that's how you can just build dialogue upon dialogue upon dialogue, and you can adjust them where you want. So yeah, I think it works. You could also showcase this with hover states and stuff like that. A little harder to do, but it's hard to do in HTML and CSS as well. Like it's not just a Flutter issue or a FlutterFlow issue. It's like those things are hard to do in HTML and CSS, the hover ones. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. This is great. I think this was, phenomenal. So thanks for joining. Thanks for making it awesome. And
thanks, everybody.
Thanks for, building on FlutterFlow. It's super fun. So, all right, we'll see y'all.